Welcome back to every naval battle in history. After last week's frolic in the Greek East, we are back to the Punic Wars between Rome and Carthage, and in particular the Battle of Sulci, fought off the coast of Sardinia in 258 BCE. Sardinia is in some ways the forgotten island of the Mediterranean. Sicily and Corsica get the fame. But there, between them, is the great big important island of Sardinia, the second biggest in the Med after Sicily, and since the collapse of the Etruscans, the coast of the island had been firmly part of the Carthaginian world. Sardinia was host to an indigenous civilization, the Nuragic, which certainly persisted into the period of the Punic Wars, and their very impressive stoneworks remain to this day, not to mention some quite fine artworks. I would like to know more about them. With the island home to copper and lead mines, Sardinia in the Bronze Age was one of the leading metal producers in the Mediterranean world. There's some conjecture that Sardinians may have been one of the Sea Peoples, but as with everything about the Sea People, that's hotly disputed with little real evidence. From 540 BCE, Carthaginian expeditions to Sardinia had been a big deal, with failure leading to revolution back home in Carthage. As usual with Carthage, their power didn't really hold more than a day's walk from the sea. But the coasts of Sardinia were, and remain, an excellent place from which to launch raids on Italy. In 257, the Romans were led by one consul, Gaius Sulpicius Paterculus, who seemed to have a knack for getting demoralised forces back into fighting shape. He enjoyed quite a lot of success, sacking Carthaginian cities in Sicily and in raiding the African coast. On the other side was one of history's great no-hopers, Hannibal Gisco. The loser at Agrigentum, notionally in command of the success at Lipara, although most credit Boades with that win, and then the loser again at Mylae. Hannibal Gisco was sent to protect Sardinia from Roman attacks. And off the coast of Sulci, he failed again. That's about all we know. The Romans were still using the corvus, the powered boarding ramp which locked enemies into hand-to-hand combat, to great effect in this period, and the Carthaginian fleet seems to have been incapable of countering it, despite at this point having suffered years of bitter defeats. Hannibal Gisco was arrested for his successive failures and executed. Some sources say he was crucified by his own men. Ironically, given the supposed superiority of Roman soldiery, the land invasion of Sardinia then failed. Carthage was figuring out how to win on land, even as their prized navy suffered defeat after defeat. The loss of ships at Sulci appears to have reduced their capacity to raid Italy. Sardinia would be absorbed into the Roman Republic at the conclusion of the First Punic War. Strap in, folks, we've got lots more to cover as we take on every naval battle in history. Smash those like and subscribe buttons, ring that bell, you don't want to get left behind.